Oh yeah, it's that time again. Time for motorcycle season. This year's upgrade to the old Bolt, we're gonna be swapping out this. So we got a new Koso, I believe it's pronounced. And here she is. It is the older style. The new one is all digital now. I personally like the look of the analog better. It's programmable still, just like the new one, just a little bit difference in the interface. So we're gonna slap that baby on today. Supposedly it's a pretty easy fix, and maybe programming might be a little tricky, but we'll figure it out. But what you wanna do first is fire up the bike and get your original kilometers off the old one before you put the new one on. Don't make that mistake or you'll have to swap it back. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so to remove the old cluster, just gonna remove these bolts right here, the one on the other side, and that's a bracket that holds it there. And then when you take that out, you'll just remove this. This is the wires, and then it'll be free, and we can mount the new one with the new hardware. Okay, so we got it off. Here's the original one, here's the new one. It's quite a size comparison difference, man. The new one's way smaller. I don't know if I like that so much, but oh well, whatever. It's gonna be a much better upgrade than the current one. So here's the original hardware. You're gonna need this kit to mount this one on. So we'll go ahead and put that together. You gotta put these bushings like so in here so it sits properly. So there is an instruction manual that comes with the kit that shows you how to do that. It's pretty basic, pretty straightforward. So we'll go ahead and we'll mount the new one. All right, there you have it. So we got it mounted. There's the big spacer there. Now I can already tell that I really don't like the way it sits on the original mount, because this is so much smaller than the original. This sticks out. That sticks out like that. It's kind of ugly actually. Maybe there's an aftermarket, something aftermarket I could buy that will make that look a little cleaner, but they could have made this a little bit bigger like the original one. Like, I mean, look at this size difference. It's maybe hard to tell on here, but I'd say it's about 20% smaller. Oh well, let's mount it and see what it looks like. All right, well, I got it mounted. Now, you see exactly what I said. It sticks out. I don't really like that. I didn't tighten it down all the way because this ridiculous cable that's coming out here, I hate it. It's got this great big, I don't know, housing here, and it'll pinch in here, so you gotta tuck it underneath like this into the gas tank for you not to be able to pinch the wire when turning your bars. This is a stupid design, honestly, for multiple reasons. This is one, and then the size of this bezel's no good. Yeah, I'm not too impressed so far, but I've heard nothing but great reviews on it. I mean, I'm yet to see it as far as functionality goes for install, and I mean, I'm sure there's an aftermarket bracket that I'm gonna have to buy for this, because this is just stupid. Look at this. Oh well, it is what it is for now. All right, so what I ended up doing is tucking this up in here, and I tied it back in here. You can't really see it. I tied it back up there, and I went around to the front, and I tied it right in here. It's not a good design. I like the newer design better, although it's all digital. This original part, or the connection here, which is the original one, it's like the old one. It just connected right into the back of this. This one's got a whole long lead. I mean, that would be nice if I were mounting it higher up, See, like the old one, right? It's just connected there. So the newer design of the Koso has that same thing. I wish this analog one would be the same, but it's not. But in the future, if I wanted to put this up here, that would be much easier to do. But for now, it's just gonna sit there, and that's just what it is. All right, she's all done. I programmed it. It's actually really easy. Got the temperature, volt, temperature max, don't really care about that. I actually got my odometer in there. It's also pretty self-explanatory, not hard at all. If you want to change or calibrate, I should say, the speedo, if you have a different tire size, there is a calculation for that in the manual. But if you're running stock tires or stock sizes like I am, I bought brand new Commander 2s, but they're stock, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just plug and play and go. Or if you change out your gears or whatever, there is completely customizable things for that. So if you're just running stock gears and stock tire size, you are good to go. You can change the background lighting. My son liked this teal color, so I'll leave it there for a bit. Okay, so I just went for my first test, and there was some hiccups, guys. So sorry that I was wrong. Yeah, so this is not calibrated for speed or your gears. So here's how you're going to do it. You're going to press the select button, hold it down for 3 seconds when you get to the odometer screen here. So 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to want to go to, I believe that's an A. I know it looks like a upside down 9. You'll go to here, A4, tire. You're going to want to put 63%. It's going to come at 100%. It's going to say you're going like 50 kilometers an hour when you're only going like 20. So 63%, that's the ratio or equation for stock sized tires. Okay, here's the gear, A5. Hold it for 3 seconds. You're gonna wanna go on, and then there will be, if you hold it for another 3 seconds while it's on the on, it'll say learn, and then it'll say go. And then you'll go through the gears, they'll flash, and when they go to the next gear, you're gonna shift to that gear. It'll learn first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and then it'll say learn when it's done. It's pretty basic, really easy, and yeah, so that's all you gotta do, is you just gotta calibrate the speed and the gear, and you're good to go. And you might want to turn off the ABS, because obviously these bikes do not have ABS in North America. I believe the European version does. So yep, keep the shiny side up, guys. Okay, so I know some of you weirdos out there like it when people take this plastic off for the first time. I have to admit, I'm one of them. Oh, beautiful. It does look good, I'll have to admit. I just hate that bracket. We'll have to get something different. Stick around and we'll see what we can find.